Hello friends and welcome back to Enterprise Architecture. Now you're probably asking yourself, what am I doing standing in the middle of this big empty grassy field? Well, today we are going to get started on a new mod in this mod pack and it's called Minecolonies. Now some of y'all have probably already played Minecolonies. It's a super neat little mod that adds a whole lot to the base game. Most people are familiar with villages, and that you have villagers that now at least are a little bit more helpful than they used to be in the more modern versions of Minecraft. They'll do basic chores, they'll make things for you, but Minecolonies takes this to a whole new level. It creates a whole series of NPCs, non-player characters, which will build a town for you, and you can task them with mining and growing crops and cutting down trees, all sorts of really neat things. And it makes the world feel a little bit more interactive, and also makes you feel like you're building your own little town instead of just encountering one that already exists. So I thought we'd show it off and play through the mod. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to do is build a supply camp. You can also build a supply ship, but I usually go with the supply camp instead. It makes it a little easier instead of having to dig everything out over water, which the supply ship requires. So instead, we're just going to do the supply camp. It's a really simple recipe. It's just a U of chests, and that'll make this little wagon looking thing. All right, so this wagon icon, then we can throw down, which will then build our initial little starting point. So we just want to find a good placement where it looks out towards this field. So we're going to go ahead and put it down right here. And there we have it. Now, with that one block, you can see that it just built this entire camp for us. And in this first little chest we find is a block called Town Hall and our building tool. We're going to use those to build everything else in this mod. So this is our little camp that it's set up for us. It gives us a few chests and whatnot, but you can see that it just built all of it automatically. That's only going to work for the very, very first piece of our puzzle, for our very first structure. And we're actually going to break all of this down and use all of these supplies. What we need to do instead is start setting up our town hall, and that's going to attract our first few colonists to our village. So I generally think that putting the town hall over here, not up on the hill, but towards this hill, would be a good place to start. So we start by taking the town hall block and we put it down. So we can use the build tool to actually place it for more precise placement, and it's telling us that we should do that anyway. So let's go ahead and listen to it. So now, if we're using the build tool, it does exactly what we saw before. You've got this wireframe, not real building, so I can pass through the walls here, but this image of where it will, what it will look like and where it'll be placed. And that allows you to then move this around a little bit. So I want to move this over, I think, a little, and then it'll just nudge it into place. The other thing that it lets you do, you see these plus and minus buttons. This lets you raise and lower the actual facility if you need it to be up on a higher hill. And then up here at the top, you'll see these level and types. So Town Hall is the type of building. Wooden is the type of construction we're going to be using. And it has a variety of different finishes. Like if we want to do stone, it'll give it a stone facade instead, etc. But we're going to stick with wooden for now. And then it also lets you go through different levels of the building. As you go through this mod, the buildings get upgraded. So this is a level 5 town hall. You can see it's a very, very large structure with these tile roofs and everything. But again, this is just so you can plan out where it's going to be and how it's going to be laid out. So for right now, we're just going to do a level 1. And then once we like the placement and where it's going to be situated and planning for the future of what it would look like as a level 5, we're going to go ahead and get this check mark. All right. Now you'll note it didn't build anything. It just put this fence all the way around here. And here instead, we have this block with a book on it, and it just says Town Hall. If you see, if we open it up, it lets us do a whole bunch of different things. So we can recruit citizens, we can have different building options for how we're going to build this structure. We can name our colony, we can hire mercenaries. There's a bunch of different things that you can do here with this initial structure. But for right now, we just need to get our first few villagers. Okay, and now you see that our first settler has arrived at our colony. This is Mr. Cole F. Chone, maybe? We'll get to know Cole as we progress through this. And he is the first person who's moved in. Now, there's nowhere for him to live yet, which is somewhat problematic. And a few other folks should start showing up shortly hereafter. But first, we need to build a builder's hut. Now, and you can hear he's talking to us in the background there. The builder's hut is super simple. We just need a U of wood with a door and the builder's tool on top of it. And you notice that we get the hut and then the builder's tool we actually get to keep after the fact. So now we can do the same thing again that we did to place down our town hall for our builder's hut. And we're going to place this just over here, just off to the side. And you can see a whole bunch of other villagers are slowly starting to join us as well. So for this placement, you can see it's a somewhat long building. I think we actually want to move it back a little bit because ideally it would be flush with our town hall. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We do want to leave a little bit of room between them. So I'm going to move it over. It's one space now, so let's go 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll give us plenty of room for a road. And now you can see the message here. Our final citizen has arrived at our colony. So we now have 4 citizens all together. And we're going to want to have to be very, very careful about protecting them as time goes on. Okay, so now we actually have to build it. So to that, we go over to the Builder's Hut main block that we just placed down. We go to build options, and we once again say we want a wooden building, and we want to build it just like that. And automatically, Mr. Chone has decided to join us, and with his superior dexterity and endurance, he's going to start building. And you see he's got these fancy new duds on because he is a builder. Now everyone else is just going to kind of hang out. We're going to want to be very, very careful about protecting them though. So to that end, I brought along a whole lot of extra torches, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the boxes that show us where things are significantly lit up and where they are not. So for this area, we're just going to make sure that it is super well lit so nothing bad happens to our brand new villagers. You know, you don't want to convince a bunch of people to move to a place and then have them accidentally be attacked by zombies or something. That's just not very neighborly of us. So we're going to go around and light this up real fast. Okay, so there we go. Passed the night and lit everything up really well. And you'll notice this red star above his head and an exclamation point. That means Cole is looking for some resources. So to that end, there's an inventory here on this block that'll tell you exactly what they need. So he also needs an axe. You can tell him you'll work on it. So let's get him an axe so that he can get started. Okay, we've given him an axe, and hopefully in a few seconds he'll then start getting to work clearing out this space. Now, he can only use a regular wooden axe at this point because he's a level 1 character. Oh, and now he needs a shovel. Okay, so we've gone ahead and given him a shovel and a wooden axe, which he'll then start using to clear out all of this land. And actually, it looks like we might need to fill in that edge there where the water is. But he's slowly going to dig his way all the way around here until all of the post holes are needed for his little hut that he's going to build on top of this. Now, once I give Cole here some various items such as a wooden axe and a wooden shovel and a whole bunch of fences, he'll get started on building this hut. You can see he's already put in a couple of post holes, etc. with the tools that he had available to him, but he should start getting ready to build the rest of this. And slowly but surely, this whole thing will start to come together. And there we have it. Just like that, he's built this first little builder's hut for us. It's not much of a structure, but it'll do for now. Good job, Cole. Now the next thing we're going to need is housing for our villagers, because they've just been hanging out here around the town hall block forever, and they don't have any actual places to live. So we're going to start by building a few citizen huts. Citizen huts are really a simple recipe. It's just a torch with a U of wood around it and the building tool on top. And then we need all of the items for it. And this is roughly what we need to actually build it. All a whole bunch of wood, beds, oak planks, cobblestone, a door, some wool, pressure plates, some cobblestone stairs, some cobblestone slabs, etc., etc. So now that we've got all of this stuff here, all we have to do is go ahead, select our build options, and then say that we want to do the alternative wood structure. That's the type of decoration we're using, and click build building. Great. Now the build request will be created. So our pal Cole is going to get started digging out the area for the floor and the post holes that are going to be needed for the house that he's going to be living in, along with the other villagers. It'll take him a little while to start digging through this again. He's still just a level 1 builder, but we're speeding this up to about 5 times the speed. I think it took him about 5 minutes altogether to get this done. And you can see I'm not having to intervene at all. I don't do any of the building. My workers are doing all of it for me here. So he puts together, with all of the various materials that we've given him, the actual house. Now you do have to provide all of those materials, which means you have to go hunting for them. But later on we can automate mining and wood cutting and all sorts of things like that, so that you don't even have to do that part. And all of your various folks will do all of the things for you once you direct them to. And just like that, our first house is built. Good job, Cole. Look at this place. It looks nice. We've got some lights here, little door, single bed. That'll be expanded as we grow to more beds. Yeah, looking real good. With cobblestone roof. You did a fantastic job on this. One thing you did not do is put down enough torches, but we can fix that really quick. Good looking house. So we're going to need a couple more of these, and we're also going to... So that is a great start to our village, but if we're really going to get anywhere, we need to get a few more industries set up, a few more buildings set up for those industries, and we also need to upgrade our builder's hut so that we can start getting to the tier 2, which again just increases the productivity of various buildings and makes more workers able to live in a given hut, etc., etc. So to do that, we are going to go ahead and look at our build options here, and then we can click upgrade. And that means that we're going to create a new request on our builder's hut to upgrade this building itself. Now our builder, Cole, is going to come by here in a second and start asking for a whole bunch of new resources so we can tear part of this down and build something more than just a hut on top of a dirt floor. Wait, what? What are you doing? Stop that! Oh my. Well, friends, I have terrible news. That Enderman has come and is going after our entire village, and I can't seem to stop him from killing everyone. Come back here. Stop. Oh. Okay. Well. Our entire colony was just slain by an Enderman. Ugh. That was horrible. Well, it looks like some new villagers will slowly start to show up. But, oh, that is rough, folks. I was not expecting that. I've never seen the Enderman just, like, completely lose it and go after all of the village before. That was not good. That was not good. Okay, and our new builder has just leveled up our builder's hut. Gavin Krug apparently is our new builder to replace Mr. Cole, who passed away with the fighting of the Enderman. So I've also told him to go ahead and start work on our town hall, which again will be really, really useful to us as the center point of our overall village. Well, y'all, I have bad news to report. Over the course of the night, an Enderman, a new Enderman, yet another Enderman, snuck into our camp and killed 2 more of our colonists. Oh, no! Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Stop! No, that is unacceptable. You come back here. What is with all of these Endermen spawning? I don't understand, y'all. Like, this is... Usually you can't find them often enough, and here there's just nothing but... Oh, and they're taking me apart. How is this even possible? No, you leave Gavin alone. Come here. Come here. And a skeleton now. Y'all, I think we have chosen a very unsafe place for our village. That's all there is to it. This is just not a safe place. I don't know what to do at this point. We're just really having a hard time here. Anyways, I was gonna say our villagers are gonna spend the day in mourning, but apparently they're in double or triple mourning at this point. There's just been too many people who have been killed while trying to put our village together. This is really bad, y'all. I have never seen anything like this before. Okay, and there we have it. At long last, our newest builder has finished our town hall, both of our citizen huts, which are now at level 2. We've got our forestry stand here for our lumberjack, who's off cutting down trees over here. We've got a farm plot set up and a field that's going in slowly. And then way over here, just past our builder's hut, we also have a mine. So yeah, that'll about do it. We've got a decent sized village set up here. A good place to start. We're going to need to start increasing the size of these buildings and building up from where we're at this point. That being said, we certainly have lost quite a few villagers here. I think we had a final count of 7 that passed away in the creation of this village, which is a lot more fatalities than I tend to like when we're building out these sorts of things. But for now, I think this is a pretty good stopping place. That's enough carnage for one day. Thank you all again for joining us here on Enterprise Architecture, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye, friends.